Hey, this is Johnny Beane, and I am live 10:19 p.m. August 6th, 2017. This is today's vlog. Today's vlog every day in August. I'm doing this along with Savvy Sexy Social's Veda Troop. So hashtag sssveda. Hey there, John Constantine. How are you doing, man? John is joining us tonight in the live chat room on on the video itself on YouTube. If you're signed in, if you want to chat along, make sure to sign in to your YouTube account, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel here. Click that bell if you'd like to be alerted to brand new content pretty much daily. John is asking me, doing good, man. Oh, he's telling me. He says, doing good. How's it going? He says, I'm good, man. I'm very good. I just had dinner. And before you ask, it was chicken fajitas. We made those up a little while ago. Good stuff. And realized, oh man, I haven't done my Veda yet today. So, and look at this. It looks like we're back to the late night podcast style uh, vlogs. So this is cool. Figured I would just yap for a little bit. Whatever you guys want to talk about. I There is a calendar that I can follow with these things that gives me stuff to talk about. Um, I have not looked at it. I don't know. Should I? Not sure. I guess I'll tell you guys about my day today, I guess. There you go. Had a long day today. Hey, David, man. David Ennis, right? David Ennis? David says, hey, Johnny. Yo, David, what's up, man? How are you doing? Uh, let's see. Yeah, I had a very long day today. Got up early. Well, get up early every day, thanks to the rooster. You know, when you have backyard chickens, when you have a rooster, let's just say, you don't need an alarm clock. He'll wake you up. Yeah. Woke up today, fed everybody, let them out. If you're friends with me on Facebook, maybe you saw. I might have tweeted this out as well. I'm not sure. I think I did. Um, I tend to whatever I put on Facebook and Twitter. A lot of times it's the same thing. Sometimes. So even though the Facebook stuff is private and you can't see it unless you're a friend, head over to my Twitter page and you'll read whatever it is. It's all the same stuff. Anyway, yeah, I posted this morning that everybody was up, everybody was fed, the chickens, the cats. Hey, look, Max. um, Howie, of course. John is asking, always wondered this. Did you buy the chickens? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, a lot of people don't know this. This is our second batch of chickens. Our first batch, just they all passed away. Um, it was pretty sad, really. Um, I'm not going to name the place where we got them. It's a feed store in Santa Cruz, but pretty much every one of the chickens we got from them passed away. Oh, the rooster is the original, the only one left from that batch, and he's still around. He wakes me up every day. But the chickens we have right now, I got the second batch that we got, and I got them as babies. You might have seen pictures on Instagram, you know. And then yeah, there's other chickens that we got from somebody gave us a couple of them, you know. So different ones. Welcome to Chicken Chat. So this is our weekly show where we chat about chickens. Yeah. Um. Anyway, David Ennis, you were over on Will's channel. That's cool. Lick Max is laughing. So how was was it Game of Thrones? Is that the show? How was that tonight? I have no clue. I don't watch it. I don't watch anything. I sit here and talk to myself on the internet. That's my entertainment. No, I listen to the radio actually. I listen to a lot of talk radio. My favorite radio station is KFI out of Los Angeles. I listen to that. I actually had to run down to the store to get cat food earlier and was listening to KFI. Had to get gas too. So yeah. Anyway, let's see. There's a few of you guys listening to this. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. I'm just sitting here. Lickmax says I haven't seen the season of Game of Thrones. Is that right? Is that the right name? I don't even know. I just kept seeing all over Twitter and Facebook. Today was like it was on today or whatever. I guess big things went down without giving away any spoilers. Which again, I have no idea. Mystic Star says, "Hey everyone, how are you, Mystic Star?" Jaden James says, "Good evening." Jaden, what's up, man? Or is it James? What's up, James? Paul Glover is in the house. Hey, dude. Uh, Spanky is here. Look at this. Hey, Spanky. Hey, man. John Constantine, thank you. I've always been city, so not up on chicken stuff. Same with me, man. I've always lived in the city too. Well, not, like San Francisco city, but Berkeley, Oakland cities. Walnut Creek city. It's a city. Um but yeah, the whole chicken thing, having backyard just having chickens as pets, which is really what they are. That's brand new to me, collecting eggs every day, which I know our friend Steve Anderson jumps in every day and asks me how many eggs we got. Steve, if you're listening to this, how many did we get today? I think like 5, maybe. Yeah, it's all brand new to me. That whole thing, the chickens and even the cats. I never owned cats my whole life, and we just happened to move into this place in Santa Cruz. Comes with 2 cats. They were abandoned here. I guess a few years ago. Wait, no, we've been here 2 years now. 2.5. They were here. The cats have been here for a while. Apparently, somebody that lived in this place before us came back. This was a while back. When was this? This would have been shortly after we moved in here, so quite a while ago. The previous person who lived here came back to pick up some stuff. There was some like stuff in the back, basically, and she was telling me that the cats were here when she got here, and so anyway, I've got 2 pet cats, which I love dearly. Buttons and Catlin, mother and son. So anyway, I was rolling down to Safeway to get some cat food for them earlier. listening to the radio. And for those of you who know about the Nez doll, I talked to him on the phone on my way down to the store and talked about his day, which I'm not going to say on here because he's not here, but maybe for something to talk about on. Actually, we won't be here tomorrow as far as a live at 5 thing that we do, the EVH Gear Guitar Chat Extravaganza. We're not going to be here tomorrow for that because I'll be up in Walnut Creek. But of course, I'll be doing one of these videos tomorrow, and it'll be a video. I don't think it'll be a podcast. I think I'll actually do a live, maybe a live video or something from Walnut Creek area somewhere. But we will be back Wednesday for our live at 5 EVH Gear thing that we do. And it looks like we'll have a guest, I guess. It should be good. It should be a good time. It should be. Lick Max, how long have you been doing the YouTube thing? Is asking me. I've had this channel for about 10 years, 11 years. I think I created this channel in 2006. So if you go back on the channel, there's quite a bit of content related to guitars, to EVH guitar stuff, of course. I mean, that's, the guitar lessons that I've done, the videos with Howie the Dalmatian, the vlogs, the chats that we've been doing past couple years or whatever. There's quite a bit of stuff. There's playlists. There's a few playlists on here. So I've been doing YouTube for quite a while. Just different things, different things. I like doing different stuff. I like being able to do like this, like just talk to you guys on like a podcast style kind of thing. I like doing the guitar lessons. I like doing the 3 times a week Van Halen EVH Gear guitar chats that we do. I dig doing those. Although, I do have other people in here for those, so it's not like I'm sitting here yapping the whole time about that stuff. Like we joke around, I'm the guy. I just push the start button and I let those guys have at it. That's kind of what that is, I guess. But it seems like I tend to get in trouble because of that, because of those guys. Spanky says, Johnny, I heard you mention Jazz Obrecht and Day on the Green. Spanky says he has that issue. Roy Clark is on the cover. Yes, I had that one years ago, man. Years and years ago, I had that one. And I do believe that's the first issue where Edward is mentioned in Guitar Player and possibly just a guitar magazine in general. I think, although Van Halen, there were other magazines that did talk about Van Halen before them, like when they were playing the clubs. Because I do have, I think I do have like a local Los Angeles, or is it Bay Area? I have a local California, let's just say, newspaper from the 70s, and they talk about a band called Van Halen, and it's like an early picture. I know I posted it to probably Instagram, I don't know when this was, several months back. But I do believe, anyway, that Guitar Player issue with Roy Clark on the cover from '78. I forget the month. That's the first time Edward was mentioned in Guitar Player magazine. And let's see, Spanky says Jazz went to interview Pat Travers. Pat was with the groupie in his trailer and wouldn't let Jazz interview him. Eddie and Jazz started talking, and Jazz ad-libbed the first guitar interview with Eddie. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Here's a fun fact, if any of you guys know Jazz Obrecht. He's a writer. He worked for a guitar player for many years. Um, we're actually sort of related, kind of. Um, he is related to one of my uncles, and which is pretty cool, you know. I talked to Jazz on the phone one time. This was years ago, like maybe like 20 something years ago. I talked to him on the phone, but it was very briefly. Um, but anyway, so that's cool. So kind of related in a way, sort of. Um, it's actually it's one of my mom's sister's husbands is related to him. So I'm not actually related to the guy by blood or anything. It's just by marriage. You know how all that stuff works. So yeah, I believe he lives here in the area too. Actually, somewhere around here. Um, yeah, yeah. Anyway, John. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, it is kind of cool. It is, because I grew up like a lot of you guys. I'm assuming reading those magazines. You know, I actually have a book somewhere. What's it called? Heavy metal. Do you guys know the book I'm talking about? I don't know if it's all Jazz Obrecht interviews from Guitar Player. It's called Heavy Metal something, and it has a picture of Edward on the front from the '78 tour, like doing one of his poses with the black and white Frankenstein guitar. And it has like a little collection of some of Eddie's interviews. I think only up until like 1982 or something, and possibly the article we're talking about might be in that book as well. I have the book somewhere. I should find it. Show it to you guys on one of our nightly things here. Spanky says Van Halen was mentioned in a 1976 column in the back of Hit Parader magazine as a band to watch. The story credited Gene Simmons with discovering them. That's cool, man. That's cool. I wonder if I ever had that. I used to collect a lot of that stuff. The Hit Parader magazines, the Circus magazines, Cream magazine. That was a great one. Of course, the Guitar Players, the Guitar World. All that stuff. I used to have so much of that stuff. Yeah, Guitar for the Practicing Musician magazine, all that stuff. It's very cool. You know, that's probably why one of the ways I know a lot about a lot of this stuff, not just because of the internet, because I read all this stuff over the years. You know, well, years ago, 20 years ago. Hey, Brick Breaker, man. To one says magazines were our link to the Van Halen. He says he would read or they would read. You're a guy, right? They would read Guitar World, Guitar Player, and Practicing Musicians over and over and over again. Same here, man. Same here. And I would read that book over and over again. The book I'm telling you guys about. I think it's called I'm thinking it's a collection of Jazz Obrecht interviews uh, throughout his career up until the early '80s, maybe. I'm gonna have to find that book, but it has Edward on the front. Um, it's called Heavy Metal something. Maybe if we Google Jazz Obrecht and heavy metal book, maybe it'll come up. But you see Eddie on the cover, and it's him doing like a cool pose with the black and white guitar from '78. It's a great book. It really is. Um, it's all guitar player interviews, and it's not just Eddie. It's Hendrix is in there, I think. Uh, at least stories about him. I don't know if Jazz ever interviewed him, but uh, all kinds of stuff in that book. I gotta find that book. John Constantine says his big band growing up was Pearl Jam, and they did very few interviews. So he'd check every Spin magazine that he could every month, hoping for an interview or anything. The internet changed all of that. Yes, that's true. That's true. You can find so much stuff. Well, you can with the internet. You could. That's the thing. You can find a lot of stuff that you never saw before or read, but there's a lot of stuff you remember that's not on the internet. You know, there's people that have, that still have all those magazines, and a lot of that stuff has yet to be on online. 7/8. Hey man. Spanky says, I used to love Circus Magazine. Yeah. Circus and Hip Radar every month. Brick Breaker says, and Kerrang. Yeah, Kerrang was a cool one too. I had that one. I mean, I used to get them. Um, Spanky says, after Jazz was the editor for Guitar Player Magazine, Jim Crockett left Guitar Player Magazine. It was never the same. Yeah. Yeah, it's I actually had a whole box full of Guitar Player magazines somebody gave to me. This was uh 20 something years ago. Longer than that. uh it was years before the internet, years before Craigslist. I don't even know how I even got in touch with this dude, but he was giving away a whole like box full of Guitar Player magazines. And this would have been the early 90s. So the magazines would have been from like 90, like probably 91, 92, somewhere. And he's like, I'll just leave them on my porch. Just come pick them up. And that's what I did. I still have them. Wow. John Constantine says Cream magazine was published not too far from where he lives. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, Cream. That magazine, especially for the early Van Halen years, the new wave years, if you want to say. I mean, Van Halen's not new wave, but the early '80s, late '70s, early '80s, the Cream issues are really cool stuff. And they're all posing with the can. What was the guy? What was the that was the what do you call it? Um, uh, the mascot, the mascot for Cream magazine. That little guy. I remember that. Brick Breaker, how's the 5150 play? The guitar plays great, and you'll hear it here first. It plays great. It's an awesome guitar, but unfortunately, I have to return it. I am not keeping it. Um, and I'll talk more about that on Wednesday. Boy Howdy. That's it. That was him, the Cream mascot. Boy Howdy. Yeah, yeah. I remember when I went and I saw Andy Summers play. He did 3 nights in Emeryville, California, at this jazz club. I went and saw him. This was 20 years ago. Exactly. Well, June '97 is when that was. About 20, exactly almost 20 years ago. I went and saw Andy Summers play. He was doing his jazz trio thing, and I had at the time. Well, I still have it. A an early '80s Cream magazine with the Police on the cover, and Andy signed it for me. Um, but there actually is a Van Halen part of that magazine. They had this this feature back then called something like Stars Cars, and it would be like they would have a picture of somebody in their car. Anyway, this one had Edward sitting on top of his Jeep. Um, I'm thinking the picture is from when's it from? 79 ish, maybe 80. Well, the magazine itself was from 80, I think 81, I think. But the picture of Edward is not from 81. I think it's from like 79 or I know a lot of you guys have seen the picture of him as sitting on top of his Jeep. It's a gray, I think it's a Renegade, is it? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and brick. Yeah, yeah. The reason why I'm not the reason why I'm returning the guitar, it has nothing to do with the price of it. It has nothing to do with the quality or anything of it. Um, I'll talk more about it on Wednesday. So that's a teaser for. Make sure to join us Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern, right here on this channel. Yeah, and it sucks. You know, I love the guitar, but can't keep it. Um, oh, and that's me holding one in the picture right there. Yeah, yeah, the avatar that was on the NAMM show last January. So yes, I'll talk more about that on Wednesday. And Nesdal will be there. Rob will be there. I think we'll have a special guest on Wednesday as well, possibly, maybe. Look, Max says, I think I've seen that pic, Johnny. Yeah, with Eddie sitting on top of the Jeep. There's several. There's several different shots that have been released from that photo shoot. That was a Zlozauer shoot, and I actually think it was taken like in front of his house, his apartment or something. I believe, like in the front yard of his house or something at the time. Brick Breaker, that's what's keeping me from what? Huh? Oh, your crop circles was 480. Man, man, you got a deal on that, man. My crop circles was 7, I think, and I had to get rid of that too. But it had nothing to do with the guitar. It's just my car had broken down and I had to get rid of some stuff. Um, hey, 802 Blues, hey man, 802 Blues is listening. Like Max, yeah, yeah, he was in a jumpsuit. Yeah, Eddie on top of the Jeep. That's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah, very cool. Very cool, of course. Um, yeah. So, what? Thank you for listening to this, everybody. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Yes. 46 minutes after the hour. Live right here on Johnny Beane YouTube channel. Yeah, so again, I will be up in Walnut Creek tomorrow, so there'll be no guitar chat tomorrow, as in Monday. But there will be a video on this channel because there'll be one of these. There'll be a vlog type thing, and I don't know what you'll see. I'm not sure yet. But I have a feeling I'll be back at a music store. Of course, every time I go up there, there's Guitar Center, there's uh, different places. So you'll probably see something guitar related, music related. Most likely EVH related, of course. That's that's our favorite stuff. So yeah, yes. So yeah, wow, 14, 13 of you, 14. Man, what should I? I don't know. I should take a chicken with me up there. Man, those guys, they're messy. Well, girls, they're girls, and they're very messy. You don't want to hold one for more than a minute. Let me just say that, because all they do is eat. It's all they do. Yeah. Yes. All right. I don't want to bore you guys to sleep, although it is that time. Although I do have some stuff I should try to get done here before I actually go to sleep. Actually, I gotta be up at Walnut Creek pretty early tomorrow. I have an appointment up there at 1, which means I have to leave here by 11. It's it's close to a 2-hour drive there and back. Actually, to get there, it takes longer. But yeah, I'm about 2 hours away from Walnut Creek, California. Johnny, what is your favorite Police album? To bin one is asking me. My favorite Police album. Oh, it's all so good. Um, I would say one that I usually say would be Regatta LeBlanc. Is it? Is that how it goes? You know, the one with the message in a bottle. I'm getting retweets here. If you can hear that, we retweets and likes. That's what that is. Yeah, yeah. That's. They're all great. I love them all the Police records. But the one with message in a bottle on it, that's that's probably their best song, I think, out of all of them. There's something, you know. Tibinin says I just got Ghost in the Machine on vinyl. That's cool, man. Actually, I need. Who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody about turntables recently. Um, who was that? I don't remember. We're talking about records. Was that on here? Was that on one of these videos? Do you guys know? Was I talking to somebody about records and vinyl, and they said they have a record player and I don't? Oh, I can't even think. But anyway, I have I have a Ghost in the Machine vinyl that's actually it's an interview with Sting, is what it is. It's a promo interview for that record, and it's on vinyl, so it almost looks like the actual record, but it's an interview with Sting instead of the music. I have that, and I've never heard it. I've had it for years, and I've never heard it because I don't have a turntable. So there's actually a lot of stuff on vinyl I need to switch over to MP3 basically, you know. Brick Breaker, how's Howie doing? Howie's great, man. Howie is awesome. Brick's avatar is his 13-year-old shepherd. I see that. Very cool, man. Very cool. 7 or 8 is saying, "Hey, remember the part in Laugh Without a Net where Eddie throws a sneaker over his head during Best of Both Worlds?" Yep. Yep. Yeah, those are the ones that they was it the sneaker? Was it a sneaker or was it the shoe? There's a woman's they found shoes and they found a purse up there. And they were spray painting the shoes. I remember that. Yeah, there's a lot of that. There's part of that was edited out during that. Like what you see on the home video, there's actually a lot more from that little section there. Stuff that's taken out. They played a little part of Robert Palmer's "Addicted to Love" during that, um, which was cut out. That's right, Dubinin. Yes, yes, yeah. That was their warm-up song backstage during that tour. They would play that and play along to it. Um, there's several different. Well, there's a couple different versions of them. You can see them backstage playing that. There's the one from MTV's Unleashed, uh, where Eddie does the horse and the elephant tricks, or the sounds. That's where I learned how to do that stuff decades ago. And of course I made my videos with those. Um, but there's a Japanese Van Halen special where they're backstage basically doing the same stuff. messing around. And although I think it's a Japanese special, but I think they're actually in Minneapolis, actually. 86. 7 or 8. I bought the DVD a few weeks ago. Oh, Live Without a Net? That's cool. That's cool. It's actually red Converse striped like his 5150. Hmm? The shoe that they paint? I wonder if that's where he got the idea from. 7 over 8 says, oh, for having striped shoes? I'm sure I'm sure probably years before he what was the first tour Eddie wore the striped Converse? What tour was that? Was that was it Carnal Knowledge or was it Right Here Right Now? One of those tours where he wore the striped Converses. Carnal Knowledge. To Beane says. Hmm. Yeah, I know they find some shoes. They find some shoes and a purse, I believe. He had them for guitar for the practice. The what was that? Was that the cover where he's from '91 where he's pointing at the Music Man? He's I want to say he's wearing like yeah, yeah, he's sitting like on a stool. I remember that magazine, man. That's when that guitar first came out. And the record. Yeah, when that record came out. They came out at the same time. Yeah, yeah. I had that magazine. Back in the day. Way back in the day. Green shirt and he's pointing at it. Yeah. So he's wearing the striped shoes there? Okay. Okay. I haven't seen that magazine in a long time, but I had it. I think it had a cool poster in it too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah, that was good stuff, man. Very good stuff. All right, you guys. I got to split. I got some stuff I gotta do. It's getting late. Way back. Yes. Thanks for joining with me. Thanks for joining with me. Thanks for listening. This has been Johnny Beane. Charlie S. Oh, I'm just about to jump out. Rewind the video. Good night, to Beane. Um, thank you, John Constantine. Yeah, sorry, Charlie S. I gotta bounce. I have some stuff I gotta do. Although I'll be back tomorrow. Hey, Dutchy. Yeah, man. Oh man. Dutchy, are you from the links? Are you the same Dutchy that's over on the links? If you know what I'm saying? Um yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Some sort of video from somewhere. And then again, Wednesday. So there's no live, EVH guitar gear chat thing that we do on Mondays at 5 o'clock Pacific. We're not doing that tomorrow, and I'll make a video tomorrow reminding you guys that there is no video. So I make a video to remind you there is none, or live video. But we'll be back Wednesday, I think. Let me check my calendar just to make sure. I'm saying that, but Wednesday the 9th. Yes, we'll be here. We'll be here. And I'll talk more about the EVH 5150 Stripe Series guitar and all that. So, yes. Hang on one second. Hang on. I just had dinner. Don't want to burp on these things. All right. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for just being here. Thank you for joining me on these things, everybody. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. Dutchy, no, I have not filmed with that guitar, and I will talk about that Wednesday. So come back Wednesday. Come back Wednesday. I'll talk all about it. Johnny Beane, johnnybean.com, Instagram, Johnny Bean. Actually, there's a bunch of links down in the description of this video. If you guys are on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, you can find me on all those platforms. And 7 over 8, I don't think you can put a link in that chat, just to let you know. But hey, if you want, post it to my Facebook page. Yeah, you can't post links to these. There's evil evil people out there that try to mess with a good time, basically. So but yeah, post it to my Facebook. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Again, no live video with Nesdal and the crew tomorrow, but there'll be another video like this. There'll be another vlog thing, veda vlog every day in August. All right, I'm out of here. Good night. Thank you for listening, and don't forget thumbs up. Nesdal will be Nesdal is rolling around right now, tossing and turning to the number of thumbs ups. All right, around the same time tomorrow, Dutchy is saying. Probably not. I'll actually probably be on the road at this time tomorrow. I'll probably just be getting home at this time tomorrow. So there'll be something else on this channel earlier in the day. But hey, if you're subscribed to the channel, Dutchy, and if you click that bell under being subscribed, under subscribing, there's a bell you can click. You can get notifications and alerts to every time I either go live or post a video. So you're alerted instantly to brand new content. So yes. All right. Have a good night, everybody, or a good day, wherever you may be. Have a great time. I'll see you tomorrow. johnnybean.com. Good night.